Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Mazimu Ragnarok, also with Sin Blackstar.
Hey.
Jaden or Yasuke Oda.
Oda Dome.
Sev, our resident
Hello.
German.
Nine.
Josh.
What up?
And obviously our little WoW guy that's come over and joined us, Andrew.
How's it going?
Okay, so today we are basically just going to be going through Fan Festival and talking about things we enjoyed about it, and obviously things we are going to take away from it. Okay, so Jaden, I'll leave it up to you to crack on.
So first off, we're going to be talking about the trailer. What was everybody's opinion? Let's start with Josh.
Oh shit, what? The trial?
The trailer.
Yeah, the trial.
Oh, the trailer. Fuck, man. My ears don't work. The trailer. Honestly, the hypest shit I've ever seen. This trailer was essentially for our end game, right? You know how I don't watch Marvel, but you know how hype everyone was when fucking Avengers Endgame trailer came out, and everyone, that was the culmination of all of these stories coming together. The music in Endwalker, the trailer, throwing back to all of the different expansions. God damn, that shit is tight as fuck. And I'm really happy we're going to the moon. So I think the trailer's cool as shit.
Alright, Mass?
Well, it is exactly what Josh said. This is Final Fantasy's version of Endgame. This is the end of how many years? 10, 11 years of A Realm Reborn to here. So, yeah, I'm hyped, man. Let's go. The sooner we get it, the better, man. I'm just ready to go.
Okay, let's go with Andrew.
Well, I'm the opposite because everyone's talking about this being, the end game, where this is my first trailer. So, yeah, it looks cool, but yeah, I don't have the same kind of opinion where it's the end game, and I've been playing it for years on end. So, but yeah, it looks really cool. It reminds me of an old Blizzard cinematic in terms of quality and stuff. So yeah, it looks very good.
Yeah. Alright, let's go to Sev.
I'm actually also quite the opposite. I mean, it's good, but for me, it just confirmed a lot of things that we kind of already knew. Okay, we have Xenos has a scythe now, and we're going to Sharlayan. Okay, it's cool. The music was good as always, but that's to be expected. But what was really, really fucking cool was the Estinian thing. Oh my god, dude. When Estinian came on a dragon, holy shit, that was quite hype. But I think I still think it's not as good as the Heaven's Sword or Shadowbringers trailer. I would rank it second from below, actually.
Shadowbringers was really good.
Alright, Lance, let's get your opinion.
For me, it's just two things really. I didn't really care much for all of the areas. I think it was just Sage being shown off a little bit, because obviously it's a new healer. I'm looking forward to playing it. And then it's Xenos just showing off his weapon and what he's going to be doing in the next expansion. Oh, it's just confirmed my suspicions from the last cutscene in the previous story we had. That's it.
I
really.
wonder how people would have reacted if they threw a curveball and it was actually something else. But yeah.
I mean, we were all saying just before that it was just going to be a gigantic pillar, because that's what was standing in front of him at the time.
Yeah.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, in general, I think it's a good trailer. We like it. It's more Final Fantasy. It's always hype. So.
I would say it delivered on what it was meant to show. Because if you have been on the game for as long as we have, you've been wanting this. We've been wanting this, because they've been stating for years, this is gonna be the end of the story, and then nothing happened, and now this happened. We're bruh. bruh, we'll go to the moon.
Yeah, that's actually hype. It's cool.
Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool that we're going to. And as you said, the Estinian thing.
Oh
I'm
my
actually
god.
the thing with the trailer that got me kind of mad. We don't have that pose that Estinian did as Dragoon. I want the pose he does at the end.
I mean, the female dragoons don't even have the cane pose, so like, they should work on that
True.
first, maybe.
Hey, just give us more.
Uh,
Just give us
give us more everything. Just give us more Final Fantasy everything.
Okay, so after that, it would be the Reaper drop trailer.
Him showing up.
Yeah, I guess it would be Yoshi P coming out as a Reaper. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay then.
costume was cool.
So anyone got basically opinions on Yoshi P's outfit?
I mean, as always, the outfit is fantastic. Like, people that make those outfits for the fanfest for him to reveal the jobs, nutty, mate. They're well earning their pay. They make some fantastic fucking costumes. So yeah, I don't really have more to say than that.
I think it was really funny, actually. 'Cause it almost looked like he couldn't see anything
Yeah, that
because his eyes were
that hat was way too big for him. Like
That was really
For the
funny to
whole
me.
thing.
you just see him every
Uh.
like 20 seconds just adjusting the hat. that was funny though.
I still think he's going to get a phone call off a Mr. Miyazaki about this job, to be fair.
Well, well,
Mr. Miyazaki be like, yo, Yoshi, loyalties, mofo. I want some.
hey, it could happen. They could do a collab. Like, who knows? Now that we got Reaper, they could be like, yeah, let's do a collab with Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah. I mean, they already had the kind of Dark Souls-esque armor, right? With the Crypt Lurker. A bit,
Yeah.
tiny bit.
Wasn't it the tank set? Yeah.
Tank set, yeah. But I think, the scouting / aiming / striking sets, they sort of look like some of the gear you'd see in Bloodborne. Right?
Actually, I think they were all quite like Souls-esque, like From Software-esque. But I don't quite remember. But I think they were all looking like that. I mean, it was the general theme of the Crypt Lurker set, right? So.
So, what
But
do
yeah,
you guys...
we're going off topic.
So, what do you guys think of like the actual the job animations, the stuff that we saw, the actual job doing combat? What did you all think of that?
Let's do this again. Let's start with Josh.
Well, I'm probably going to be the only person with negative opinions about this job, so let's get it out of the way first, I guess. So I think the job actions look really cool, but then again, all job actions in this game do. So like, I don't think there's a single job where the actions of the job, actively look like shit. Maybe like one or two abilities look kind of janky, but like overall, I think they deliver on the themes they're trying to go for. And so like the Reaper, super tight, scythes are really cool, animations are tight, and I like the fact that you have that weird creepy ghost that like hugs you and shit. But I really wish we had hammers, man. I just like the scythes and shit like this are so overused in like RPGs and MMOs in general, but like I don't know, I was holding out for a hammer and we got this, so I'm happy with what we got, but disappointed we didn't get more, I guess. So yeah, I just really wanted a hammer in this game.
I can second that, especially being a big weapon fan. The fact that we didn't get like I know everyone's got their own opinion about this job, and it's great as a DPS and all that, yeah. But yeah, I'd like to have seen a hammer, but maybe in the future, never know.
Yeah.
It might be a tank if they threw out a melee.
Oh, don't tease me, lads! Don't tease me.
Let's get Andrew's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It looks really cool. I'm looking forward to it. But I still have so many jobs to go through that, like, for me, I'm still looking forward to going through machinist. So I'm happy it's there for people who have completed all the jobs. But I probably won't use it on release because everyone will, and yeah, I have so many jobs waiting for me already. So
Lance.
It's gonna be fun. I can't really say much about it.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, I love the slashes. You know, the after effects from every attack.
But lads, you actually, this would be a good
In
chance
all
for you to
forms,
quickly.
just dark.
You can quickly talk about Sage now because obviously Sage wasn't in this fanfest; it was announced earlier. So, like, you're obviously looking forward to that job. What do you think about that?
It looks nice. That's all I can say about it because I didn't really see anything, right? Except a bunch of blades chopping off a tail. I didn't.
but they had the Sage trailer as well. You know, the mini trailer.
They did, yeah, but I saw it a while ago. I can't really remember much from it.
But what we do know
They
is
didn't
it's
actually
going
show
to
it
be
in combat, though, did they?
They did, yeah, they did. There was a combat
did.
video, yeah.
Oh, damn.
And, like, you basically know that it's a shield healer from what we're
Yeah.
seeing. So you know that, like, they're going to be, obviously there's going to be the 2 shield healers now and the 2, like, healers, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting as well.
What I think the biggest plus point to Sage is gonna be that they moved away from these stereotypical like caster-esque heals. Like maybe you have like a staff user and then a book user. I mean, Astro is kind of cool. It has a bit of a new concept, but like Sage is something completely different. But it's still a healer, so it doesn't maybe not necessarily look like a healer and feel like a healer. But that's what makes it great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about Sage, in my opinion, is purely the fact that it's the only healer that's gonna have a cool DPS looking skill. Let's be real.
I mean, Holy is pretty cool. Gravity is quite cool.
But
It's not like the
yeah, but they look basic for what we already have. Like they're
Gravity
standard.
looks amazing.
Yeah, but they're standard. And then if you look at something like Sage, you're a Gundam. Bruh, you're part Gundam. Like I'm sorry, remember. Let's be real.
But
Yeah.
I'm also a Debbie Downer about Sage.
Oh, go on, Josh. Let's hear it.
So like, for me, I kind of knew that this is where the next expansion we were going to go. I didn't know we were going to go to the moon this expansion though. I always thought that like we would have a Garlemald expansion and then the moon Zodiac expansion. But I guess like, you know, together, that's fine. So I thought that like going to Garlemald, we were going to get some like Garlemald themed jobs. I'm really happy about Sage. Like it's a very unique concept. I'm happy that they invented something like new. But as like a long time like Final Fantasy player, like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff, I would really have liked like a chemist or something
a lot of people
similar
were expecting
to like that.
yeah.
alchemist,
Um,
alchemist.
You know, I know obviously like, you know, oh, chemist is just an alchemist or whatever. Like, yeah, kind of, but like, I don't know. I just think it would have been really cool to see. Like, I'm happy with the Sage. It looks cool, but I was hoping for a chemist.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, it had also.
They did bait us into it though. Like, if you remember the patch where that little kid showed up and she was like, "I want to make potions."
Yeah.
They baited us hard there.
So
It did.
as regards this, the job where basically it's on the screen now, Reaper. Where do you think this guy is going to fit in as regards?
I couldn't give my
his
opinion
role?
about Reaper.
Oh, sorry. Go on, Seb. Sorry.
You don't matter, Seb. Next topic.
Okay, let's think. Wait, what did I want to say? Let me think for a second. I think the trailer was good. It was fine enough. I wanted to see a bit more because I think they did like the same animations in base, and then you could see them being possessed, and then they just did the same animations again, but red, kinda, but a bit cooler. But we didn't see that much, honestly. It was just like 1, 2, 3, possessed, 1, 2, 3, and yeah.
It did look like that, didn't it?
And I
It
do.
was 2 skills of the Reaper attacking Like the not Reaper, the avatar itself attacking. So.
They did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
But
that kind of fits into what I was asking. But go on, Seb, carry on, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool enough, but I'm still not sure what to think about it. I guess I also because I wanted maybe to see how it plays, and by the looks of it, maybe a bit like Summoner but trans.
But they've already confirmed that it's like not really going to be like that. I get the impression from what I'm seeing is this is just my idea, but I think the avatar is like an off GCD, like kind of like Dark Knight and other jobs, machinist, and that would build your gauge. No, that would build your gauge like Dark Knight, you know, like Flood of Shadow and Edge of Shadow, the sort of thing, or like when you build your gauge up, and then when your gauge fills, that's when your transformation comes in, like sort of your shadow window.
Oh no! It's basically Heat and Stormblood. Oh no!
Yeah.
That you're gonna build your stuff, and then you're gonna combine with it like the
You'll have a
Dark
burst
Knight
window.
Shadow, and it'll like, you know.
But when do you guys think this is going to be a powerhouse DPS, or do you think it's going to have obviously a raid buff with it?
Nah.
It looks like it could have utility, but at the same time,
I don't think it will.
Yeah, you think really? But I mean, it's we kind of have that like that trinity of selfish DPS, right? You think they're gonna break it and make it two selfish meaties?
The thing is this though, like the reason why I say that is because why would they make a job that would compete with Dragoon but then do the same as Dragoon? That doesn't make sense.
Well, it doesn't have to be damage utility. It could be like healing, shielding, movement. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be damage, right?
yeah.
Hey, what happened?
It might be something like completely new. You never know.
Yeah, they could just invent new mechanics that is entirely in the realm of possibility.
But then again, I think it's like tough to balance. Like if they go for the let's say like mantra from Monk, but much stronger, then it's kind of like you have to take Reaper for proc because it helps it proc so much. Kind of like Summoner, right, with the Battle Res or Red Mage.
Yeah.
That it becomes too meta for proc. But I mean, I guess we'll see.
No,
The thing is, right, before Shadowbringers, I could never have predicted how Gunbreaker was going to play. Like, that was just completely out of the blue. So, like, maybe fucking Reaper and Sage will be completely wild as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crack on.
Like I said, I just don't think it's gonna be on that level. I feel like it's gonna be selfish, purely because of the fact of
This kind of like comes as well. We've spoke about this, Jay, on our own. I don't know if Seb, you were with us, but like I've got a feeling that this job, because of like when this job's coming out, as regards to like the rest of the jobs. So obviously we're going to be getting caster and range next and stuff like that, yeah. This job could set a premise for where the other jobs are going to go. So if this is a powerhouse DPS. Then you could see a powerhouse caster next to rival Black Mage. You could see a powerhouse physical range. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like options, yeah. So this job now, this could actually give us an idea of like where they're thinking of going. Do you know what I mean? I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. But I think... go on, Jay, go on.
No, I was gonna say that it could more or less just be of options, because right now, like you said, we've got the Trinity, obviously, of Samurai, Black Mage, and Machinist. And that's in air quotes. Like, Machinist is in air quotes, because let's be real, they need to fix that role. But if they more or less, like I said, do it where they are like, okay, here's another DPS that can stand on par with Samurai, and then the casters get one, and then physical range get one. It would basically give more options, because right now, if you want pure damage, you only have 3 jobs to choose from, really, in the DPS meta. For top deeps, and then you've got the other jobs that are coming in with utilities.
But it also... Go on, sorry.
If they bring in more jobs with utilities, it's just going to then push out them, like it's gonna push out Samurai again. It's gonna push out like Machine. It's gonna push out Weapon. They're not gonna keep on putting jobs in that have more and more utility.
But why?
Depends on how to make use. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of see what you're saying, but like the same issue now arises. Like if they start bringing in powerhouse DPSs, that's just going to push out the Samurai and the Black Mage and whatever. Like, because if you're pushing out a powerhouse for another powerhouse, you're gonna take the stronger powerhouse, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't give a shit. Like you're just gonna take the one with the bigger number. So like, if the next 3 jobs are all powerhouses, they're gonna be pushing each other out depending on what patch it is.
Unless you make it. I mean, you can tweak numbers easily, right? You can just adjust potency. The big difference that they have to make then is that the playstyle is like wildly different. Like Samurai has a 60 seconds rotation, right? So you gotta make Reaper like completely different. You know, like burst phase versus continuous damage. But the numbers still stay the same. So you can basically choose the playstyle that you want, but still end up on about the same numbers.
But then you end up with class homogenization, and if every class basically is the same, then what's the point of having any job in the first place?
Yeah.
I mean, they play differently. You know, like it's up to people's preference.
But do you see what I mean about like what this job actually? It's got a deeper representation of like where the game's kind of going, because this is like I said, this is like the job. This is the first job of the next set of jobs, really, isn't it? This melee job, if you think about it, for DPS wise, because DPS is a big part of the game, and it's interesting to see how they're going to do it. I think, like personally, I think it's going to have a buff. I really think it's going to have a buff.
Yeah, I think so too.
But if it was a powerhouse, then it brings up the suggestion, like you've both been saying, like, do people start taking 4 powerhouse DPS into fights if there ends up being 4 powerhouse rather than having buff DPS? Do you know?
Yeah, but I mean,
so like, I actually think like if I really think the Reaper is going to be something just completely different, because like here's the thing, they have been recently they've been very good at filling the like gaps, right? Like Gunbreaker was the tank for people that didn't want to tank, they wanted to secretly DPS, right? Like, you know, and so it's very possible that like Sage and Reaper could just fill some gap that, you know, right now that we're unaware of, and as soon as it's shown to us we'll be like, oh shit, like we're fucking stupid. Like, you know, so who knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
That fits into what I was saying to you lot the other day when Yoshi P had that interview, and he goes, Reaper does not work like Summoner, but yet he stated it's got 3 phases of player, avatar, and combined. To me, that's basically him saying it's a melee Summoner, just with less steps.
I think we can all agree that like it's very interesting. It is very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do, man.
Yeah, we're gonna need more info. I guess we will know more as soon as the job action trailer comes out.
I think what he means about the like not being summoner is like, so the way you get your trances, right, is you have to get your flow and then you spend your flow on specific moves, right? And that fills up your bar, and then you get your summon, and then you get the next one.
Yes,
Maybe you don't have that. Maybe you're just passively building it all the time. That would be not like summoner, right?
But then that's like machinist. But then he stated it's like machinist either. So
okay, well then it's going to be something brand new then. If it's not like either of those, then anything.
That's what I mean. So it's either a mistranslation or it's I feel like he's misleading us again. Like he's been doing this for years. I feel like he's misleading people, so they just speculate, and then it's going to be like you said, something completely different. So
yeah, but I think we should move on, or we're gonna get stuck up talking about Reaper for the whole video.
Talk about jobs for ages, yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? Okay.
Next is areas, right?
Areas, yes. So Charlatan and Bavne and
Raditz
and the moon, yeah.
And
so,
oh yeah, and the Lego City, right?
Yeah, I love Radat-san. I love Radat-san.
Okay, let's talk about that then, Radha-san. Josh?
Yes, it's me. So in terms of, I'm happy we're finally going to Charlene. It's really cool to like have something that we've been learning about from 2.0 to I'm in the camp of I'm still fucking pissed that Alamigo is a shit dungeon instead of a real city state, but whatever. At least we didn't get Chalet in the dungeon, right? At least we got Chalet in the fucking city, so that's a good start. The moon area with that Eden project looking fucking barrier. That's cool as fuck. That's so fucking tight with this like fucking little moon bubble. That's fucking sick. Wow, so Rattatan, I know a lot of people like meme on the like aesthetics, but I really think Rattatan is really cool. I really like the aesthetic choices they've gone for. I know the buildings look kind of funny, but I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. And Garlemald, I'm really sad that Garlemald is like completely fucking destroyed, but I'm finally going there as well. So I don't think there were any zones that I saw that I didn't like. I think as each expansion has gone on, they've gotten better at designing zones and making them look unique. So like, I think the new zones are just gonna be tight.
Okay. Andrew, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, the zones look really good. I'm wondering, is there more zones they're not showing us? Like, for example, the moon. Is there going to be a zone on the moon where it looks like the moon? Because the one they showed us, obviously, it's a dome underground, and it looks very much
Well, they
Earth-like.
showed
There
us
is
that
an ether
one where
right
you
there, so I
fly
think
out.
it is one of the.
They did show us. Remember that dude that was flying? Like he came out of that tower and he was like flying around the moon.
Yeah. So yeah, I like space, so I want to see that. However, the zones they have shown have looked very nice. The Razdajan, the one all the colors, I think is a bit too much for me personally.
That's like the mock home of Endwalker.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're trying to base it on, it was Indian
City.
architecture. So yeah, it does look nice. However, just personally, I think it's too much. I like the insides of the buildings, but I think outside it looks a bit too much.
Yeah. Massa?
Oh
Is he here?
shit.
Did he leave?
Meta died. Just got to
Okay,
Lance.
Lance.
Sorry, I'm doing stuff for a minute.
Probably Old Charlene is the only real one I have an opinion on, in saying that I would probably hang out there quite a lot outside of my own house. The moon looks quite nice though, not gonna lie. Don't really care much for Savnir or Radzat-Han, or whatever you call that place. Can't really say much about those areas, to be honest. The moon would be fun to explore. I agree with Andrew there.
But you'll be spending most time in these places with your gatherer, so.
Uh,
Well, yeah, that's true. That's also true.
Or are you one of these
Okay,
gatherers that has YouTube on and just watches YouTube and gathers?
Yeah.
Massa, what's your opinion?
Right, the thing is with me, this is like an irrelevant question to me, to be honest, guys. When the expansion hits, you know how I do expansion, yeah. I'm all about the fight, so I just blaze through everywhere. I don't take it in at first. I'm in there, I'm out there, I get my Aether Currents. I'm going to do Aether Currents again. And yeah, basically,
I
I'm just
still
a bit
haven't
all
got my
about
soul
getting to
blood
them.
ether currents.
Same.
It's just like, yeah. So I'm not the best person really to comment. I am Did they say which is the hub area? Is the
Charlian.
Oh right, so it's the hub
Charlene
area.
and Ravnir, like that. Ranzapan place. Like, I think they're both.
Really, wasn't it like Labyrinthos? Wasn't that called? Right? I think.
What I will
think it was
say
the-
is that actually it's on the screen right now. Is this place that's on the screen? It reminds me a lot of Idleshire. Not Idleshire. Sorry.
Yeah,
What was the Alexander Hood place?
Idleshire.
Yeah,
Idleshire.
yeah.
Well, that's because they're made by the same people.
Yeah, Charlene.
it was
See,
actually
law,
a Charlene
I'm not clued up on
outpost.
law. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm not a law person.
Right, okay. Well, no, we're not going to kill you, but the reason they look the same is because they are.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
See, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning.
Right, Charlie and cool, Idleshire like that. I mean, it's fine. It's gonna be decent hub. Everything is better than Vargas Reach. Fafnir, I like Fafnir. It's quite colorful, but it's okay colorful. The purple hills were a bit weird, but I mean, take those. But yeah, the fucking Lego City, Rats Lego City, bro, what the fuck?
I'm so excited for Lego City.
Oh man, I'm like, it's. But then again, it's almost to the point where it's so extreme that it's kind of funny again.
See, like the thing is for me, like you're all calling it Lego City. I know it's placed on about, but for me, as soon as I saw that, I just got an Indian vibe, like India and places like that. It's colourful. There's obviously elephants everywhere as well, and stuff
Yeah,
like the
but
statues.
that's Fafnir. That's Fafnir. Fafnir is nice. Like they got the elephant, and it's decently colorful. But fucking Rats of Tan is just like they just turned it up to like 12, and then boom, and it's I don't know, man. It's like fucking paint explosion man out there. And then the moon area. I mean, I honestly have no opinion yet. It could be the most boring shit. I mean, we already have the moon, right? In Xanor at night, it's basically the moon, right? It looks like the moon. So it could be either like some Omega open with nothing there, kind of boring, or
Red Van is in Fafnir, so you know.
they might make it interesting. The moon, yeah, but the moon is a big question mark for me.
They might make it like they made Tempest.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but Tempest, like you have life there, you have plants, you have.
Yeah, but there may be
Arts
life there
connection.
too. You could see in the trailer that gigantic monsters, so maybe it'll have like
Yeah,
those
true.
kind of monsters in there with fates.
Could be story.
But I was more talking like life, like plants and shit, and
Yeah.
you know, like
But
environmental life.
look,
No botanists or fishes there, only miners.
Yeah, it's just I mean it's just rock, right? Like I mean,
Yeah.
it's quite a challenge. Like if they pull off a good, interesting moon map, that's a challenge. I
But
think.
if there's creatures, there's bound to be, flora as well. Like maybe
Yeah, but-
maybe it could be even mushroom caves or stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to gather there, so there's gonna be something.
Moon mushrooms. I am there.
well, think
Also, if right,
if you think
like,
of it, story
it
wise, we could
depends, right?
remember that place was just a barren wasteland, and then you just brought life back to it. Story wise, it could be the same at the end of at the end. We don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's speculation.
We could terraform the moon, you know.
Yeah, man. Why
Yeah,
not?
moon
It
explodes.
could be like the Ruby Sea, where they have those bubble towns in underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have
because
that on the moon.
They do have the moon bunnies.
Toho.
Yeah, that's because bunnies make mochi on the moon. That's like Japan.
Yeah.
lore.
Well, yes. Would they-
That's where the Vera came from.
What else? Like, nah, I agree. The moon is the big question mark for me.
Yeah.
Vavnir, like you lot said, it's way too colorful. But I need to go there and see how much I despise how colorful it is. Old Charlean, that place should get burnt to the ground. They can't say no to your stolen. Like they need to get burnt to the ground. But
Nobody puts your stoner in the corner.
but yeah,
It's my
I don't
gal.
know. I'm happy that we're finally going there because they've been telling us about the place since 1.0, and then now we're actually going there. So I wanna see what all the hype's about.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, honestly, the only thing I knew about Fafnir was like the Fafnir leg piece that everyone was wearing in Limsa, you know, like the stockings and shit.
Basically mean what I'm wearing.
I'm just-
consistently.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
just
so.
really. The thing is, I'm just really happy that like the thing is, right? It's unique. We have nothing else like that. They could have just given us another fucking city, right? But at least it's got something unique about it. You're gonna remember that it's colorful, right?
Yeah,
Like I like
true.
I like each area and city to have its own distinct feeling, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Same with us going to Garlemald. It's just destroyed, and then and we're gonna be going there, and now we're gonna be rebuilding it. It's like I feel like we're being used here. Like, why is it every place that gets destroyed, we have to fix it?
Correction.
Because Eorzea's got free healthcare, mate.
Hello?
Lance and shout out
Fine.
Kisu are the people that's going to be rebuilding that place. Because I ain't going to be rebuilding
I'll build
shit,
it.
brother. No chance.
Rebuilding it.
I didn't no question Ishgard. Like, I was like, nah, I don't care about you people. Like, you put me on trial as soon as I step foot in your place. Like, I was hoping that the dragons burn that place to the ground. But
Raw.
Garlemald, I don't care about it. Okay. What's next?
Mega Sisters, actually. East Stripe.
trade. Yeah,
They are
Strike.
so colorful.
Are they going to be a primal or are they going to be a dungeon boss? So that's the question that everyone's asking.
No,
at the moment.
they're
Yeah,
primal.
primal.
They haven't
There's
used any
no
bosses,
way.
I don't think.
They're tribal.
Because
Hunter.
Anima is a primal for sure.
Yeah, and remember, we get 3. They showed us 2. They didn't show us the 3rd one. They always do that.
Oh yeah,
we-
it's the end fight.
Yeah, we get the end fight.
we- We weren't shown basically innocent. We were only shown Titania and
Yeah, Innocence.
Yeah, we
Wait,
weren't shown
no, but-
Hades.
were
We
you
weren't
shown-
shown Hades. Hades. We
Were you
weren't
actually
shown.
shown Innocence?
Yeah, no, we weren't shown Hades.
Yeah,
we
Innocence
weren't
was
shown-
shown.
Yeah, we were shown his first form. We were basically just shown like he was 5. Like, we weren't shown when he became.
Hot.
Hot.
I would- I
Before he
wouldn't use
became
that word.
handsome, is good word.
I wouldn't use that word, but sure, let's go with that. But yeah, so we were showing that we weren't showing Hades, so obviously they show us 2, and then the 3rd one, so it's going to be Anima, Major Sisters, and then the 3rd one
Seymour.
is clearly Seymour.
It's gonna be fucking Zodiac or Xenos or fucking
Yeah.
Xeniarch or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, probably.
Xenarch, I like it.
Xenar.
Xenak.
Yeah.
It's Dave from accounting.
To be fair though, wouldn't that be
Hey,
too
from the
obvious?
county, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
I feel like that'd be too obvious for us to fight him
It's not
again.
about. The thing is, it's not about whether it's obvious or not. It's like that's literally where the story has been leading. So like, if that's not the conclusion, it would just be unsatisfying, right?
I mean, it depends on how the story develops. Maybe it ends up as like Zodiac being Omega asshole and tries to kill us, and then actually maybe Xenos saves us, and we fight together in Zodiac and Hydrant.
Or maybe
You know?
like Zodiac's a fucking good guy all along, and we decide.
Yeah.
like,
Bro, do you know what? I said this,
Rich.
didn't I, Jane? I was talking
Could be
about
anything.
this. What if they spin it on its head and actually we've been working for the bad guy the whole time? That'd be lit, man. That would be
I
amazing.
think we're gonna kill both Zodiac and Hydrant.
Yeah,
I
same.
feel like Hydrant is going to sacrifice herself.
Me too.
Don't sit on the
think we
fence,
wanna kill
Josh. I like it. Don't sit on that fence. Get it out there.
No, I feel like she's gonna sacrifice herself and we're gonna kill Zodiac. Like, I feel like that,
Xenos kills Zodiac and fuses with him or some shit like that.
That's the obvious thing. That's the
Yeah.
that's the darkest timeline. You know, like that's
Well,
what
and then we
people
suck
expect.
Hyland's titties, and we
Yeah.
fucking Hyland, and we have like,
Yeah.
and then it becomes like,
I
and then it
think
becomes
we'll all be
Legend of
fine with that.
Korra.
We do
and then
like
we
the
become
fusion dance with
It becomes
Vinaz.
Legend of Korra, and we these huge
Oh
carpets.
no! Oh no!
Let's move on. Let's
But-
move on.
But I wanted to say, like, because we drifted off topic on Mega Sisters, we have quite the Final Fantasy X like influence, huh? 2 primals. I mean, okay, I know they're from 4 originally, but they've been prominent in 10. So I'm like, really hoping for more 10 in Endwalker.
It's all confirmed.
I'm getting that vibe a lot, even from the end of this patch, moving into the obviously the primals and that you've just fought, the reincarnation of, I can't remember the actual name. They just remind me of Dark Aeons from 10. Legit.
Yeah, I know why. Yeah, same. It's like I was like, oh, dude, that's Dark Aeon. Yeah, it's wow.
I got a question for that. What do you think the mounts are gonna be this time?
Oh,
Lalafels.
Push
Monkeys.
bikes.
Anything is better than those fucking flying rat lizards.
yeah, that.
You're legit. Honestly, you're gonna get a freewheeler trike,
Hey, I'll be down for that.
and you get like different coloured mag wheels.
Give me a reason to go back to Lalafell.
It might actually be. Maybe it's elephants. Actually, who knows?
Oh god, I hope not. Please, no.
They're too big, man. They're too big.
It's many elephants.
Whales,
like
mate.
baby
It's
elephants.
whales, mate. It's
Whales.
moon whales.
Three rows.
Moon whales. It sounds like the city. It's moon whales.
Yeah, let's
to
move on
Wales.
to the next. Come on, Jay.
Yeah,
Push us forward, Jay. You're letting us get off track.
Okay, so the next topic is Malvia.
Don't
Dungeons
need to
for
talk
Melvera,
about
bro.
that.
That was the last one.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is this though, dungeons. What are the dungeons? Did they tell us what they were?
Yeah.
There was that
Yeah.
butthole. There was that colonoscopy.
Big meaty one.
It was like the inside of something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
a
train.
void art sort of
The
feel.
tower? Was it inside the tower?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe
It's inside one of them, yeah.
Something else, I don't know.
something with a train. You know.
One
like
of them was
train
definitely Favnir, one of them was a train station, and one of them was a colonoscopy. We didn't really get much more detail than that.
Yeah. It's like an 80s film in a
right.
space.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one thing that we forgot. It's housing in Ishgard. If we want to talk about that, but if you care, I don't know.
That's all Lance.
No, it's not. What am I gonna say on that?
I don't know.
Yeah. You've been asking.
But,
It exists. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, it exists. Same with Melvera, man. Melvera, I'm happy for the people that want them, but I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. Like,
Oh, guys, actually, we got big thing. Data travel center.
That was
bruh, I'm so hyped.
That's
Yeah,
big.
that's gonna be fun.
I'm so hyped. I can get off this trash fucking data center. Holy
Legit,
shit.
the thing I said I'm going to do first is I am going to NA servers and I'm posting macros in Savage Fights. Legit,
See?
taking all the macros with me and they're getting posted and I just want to see people's
then-
heads falling off.
See? But there's a problem though, Mas. You don't use macros on this data center.
I don't need them, but I'm going to get as many as I can. I'm going to get as many as I can. I'm going to search. I'm going to post all the macros all days.
So,
all the
I'm
NA
going to
bits.
move us forwards. I'm the host now. Alliance Raid. The little teaser. Are we happy with
Oh
the,
my
the
God,
theme of the
that's-
Alliance Raid?
that's
Oh,
so
oh.
good.
It's 12, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
that's
so big.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the biggest thing that I'm hyped about is what are they gonna do with what's his face? What's our name again? Azim. Azim.
Azim, yeah.
Like,
Is that
you know, like,
us?
what are they gonna do with that? Like,
No, but
it's-
they did state that that's different to the one in the complication. So basically, it's different to what we.
yeah, but it's based on it. I mean, are we gonna get a reference to it, or like, it's just, you know?
Yeah, but then we're gonna get lore because obviously, if we're gonna be dealing with something to do with the 12, they're gonna have to give us lore. So
I mean, yeah.
'cause even that we don't know anything about. We just have like a small description. That doesn't really mean anything. Like all of my characters are under Rauger's star. That doesn't mean anything.
Well, it just to give you some resistances, you know.
It's irrelevant.
I've got a question
What?
for you all as well. It's actually showing on the screen in a minute. Is how do you think Alphanord and Elise are going to react to their father?
With the father.
Yeah,
What do you
their
mean?
father. Their dad.
But
They've
It-
already.
yeah,
Technically, in story, they're in like good standings. Like he respected their choice to like leave. Like, you
Well,
know.
that
So I don't think there's going to be any bad blood.
He literally
did,
said,
did you guys not play in last MSQ?
he literally just said, "You are no longer my kids.
Yeah.
Leave."
I
Yeah.
haven't done 5.55, so spoilers, bro. I'm still on 5.4.
Who does
that's
MSQ?
what you
Just
get.
get cutscenes, yeah? Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's
Right,
gonna be a
nice
problem. I'm not saying that it's not.
No, like so. Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I look at it like
Something clearly happens in the.
And I wonder what happens to this for 10th night in Heaven's Sword. Like,
Well, in that
often-
case, I don't think I think RSA and Alphanor, they're fucking brutal. They'll probably just fucking throw him to the fire. Like, I don't think they care.
I feel like
yeah,
there's
same.
gonna be I feel like there's gonna be a dialogue option, and we're gonna just start chatting shit, and I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, chill out."
But yeah, I mean, it's not FanFest. We should move on, honestly, my opinion.
Anyway, so I'm
good
the
shot.
host now. Anyway, so
Yeah.
the next piece of information, Oceania server boys. Are we excited?
Yeah, but fuck, dude.
But why? If I'm like, that would destroy.
What do you
that
mean?
would
Why
destroy
you
my
fucking
thing.
ape? Like, there's a huge there's a huge population on Oceania.
That would destroy any connection I try and play the game. Like, I'll be like you trying to play on us.
We can. It's playable. Like, it's not ideal, but it's playable.
I'm not getting a VPN just to play on that server. Man.
I mean, it's nice for the Australian players. Like, I mean, all
Yeah,
the people down there.
deserve it. Like, it's been how long that they've been asking for one? They deserve it at this point. I'm happy for them. They can actually play without being on JP servers where they don't want to be.
I don't know how you feel about this, Josh, but like Arthur spoke about it the other day, and like I got the impression as well. It's like this is just like the JPs saying to like the Australians, piss off. We're sick of having you here on your own server. Do you know what I mean? Jog on.
So it's not about. So the thing is, it's more of like, it's far more like, I don't know, nuanced, I guess. Because like, here's the thing, right? Like, you know, in the European servers, right? Like the French and Germans have like broken off into their own servers, right? Like
Yeah.
they have, you know, inside each data center, there's like a French server and a German server, right? Like.
Yeah.
That kind of happens, but the problem is like when you get into a lobby, you know, or a dungeon or a fucking party finder with like a French or a German person, like if they don't understand the macro, you can't talk to them about it, right? And so like because Japan plays a very specific way, if you can't communicate, that's just, you know, that's just frustrating, isn't it, for everyone involved? And so like I think it's just a case of like, you know, it's better for everyone, right? Like the thing is, the people from Australia are also playing with ping too, so like it's just better for everyone. Like the Australia players are gonna have the better ping, they're gonna be able to create their own like server cultures and stuff rather than like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know.
And it's not
that's
like
good.
you're like locked in now since we get data center travel, so it's not like it really matters. Like,
Yeah.
it's just nice that they have good ping. But yeah, it's they're gonna release the floodgates from the Mughal Chaos Center.
Bro.
Oh no! And then we get NA Balmung RPS flooding Limsa. Darkest timeline, I tell you. Everyone is the year's 2022. Everyone is speaking French and is RPing a Limsa on every server. The world, truly, the end has come. The final days.
The thing is as well
upon us.
is Limsa is actually, it's like a worldwide thing for the same thing as well, isn't it? You could
Yeah.
go like anywhere and Limsa is still like the same cesspit of RP. Insane.
Whole of Ishgard housing has been bought up, and it's all brothels and cafes and strip clubs.
Oh lord.
Well, anyway, back to FanFest.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
no,
so.
we
Is there
can,
anything else?
hold on, there's other things we can actually talk about from the previous
Oh, in terms of
ones.
like announced content, that's like it, yeah.
Well,
It's like we can talk about, we can actually talk
Oh,
about when we,
that wasn't announced this FanFest though. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, what,
no, I swear we knew about Islands before, right? In the first FanFest.
but they gave a bit more detail to it, didn't they?
On what?
What's this?
No, I don't think they did. I think they just showed the same picture, right?
What?
The island sanctuaries.
Oh, No, yeah, no, they talked
They
about it a bit.
exist.
Oh,
But yeah,
Farmville.
they-
You want
they
about
talked about it.
Farmville? Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
Master's new
Yeah.
favorite content.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Great.
I don't
I mean-
understand any of it, to be honest.
It's right up Zinni Street.
I just wait till they show more information. It seems like it could be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I liked the submarines and stuff in the FC. Like I think that was a cool little.
Yeah, but
thing
that's
to
what
do.
this content's basically the kind of
So-
people it's aimed for, isn't it? The people that enjoy doing the stuff like that, you know? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's for these people, and yeah, good on them. They've got something else fun to do. They've got to keep doing stuff.
It'd be
for
really
them.
cool if we could like grow our own like gatherer stuff. Like once a day we can have a node of something that we choose. That'd be cool.
Mm. Maybe you'd be able to do it in this area. You don't know like the full ins and outs of it at the moment, so
Who
maybe,
knows?
yeah,
It seems
could
like it might be cool though.
be. Yeah.
If you can customize it, it might be a nice little like. It might just beat housing. It might just be better than housing. Like
That depends. We need to get more info on how in depth
it's just gonna be Deerdom 4.0. Like it's fine.
Nah. I mean, it's solo content, right? They said it's like to
Yeah,
chill.
solo Deerdom. Deerdom's chill. What the fuck?
Which one? 1.0, 2.0, 3.0? Which item you
I
talking
think all
about?
versions were quite nice.
I
No.
like Deerdom.
Little
I actually
servo.
do like Deerdom. I really do like Deerdom.
I like posture.
I just didn't like the way how the weapon and the gear works in there, because that annoyed me when I got weapons and I got like one star. That died to me was pointless.
We've truly derailed.
Yes.
Well,
I
we're
mean-
finished, everything's been talked
That's-
about from this fan festival.
yeah,
Actually,
that's-
it actually segues into a good point. Like, how do you feel as regards to what was actually shown in this fan fest? Do you think there was a lot? Do you think there wasn't
Our
much?
closing thoughts. Oh. Who's first?
I mean, considering it's still 6 months, I mean, I guess I'm first. Sorry. Considering it's still like 6 months, I mean, it's understandable that they have shown that little in quotations. I mean, we all would have probably liked to see the job action trailers. That's what we all were all most hyped about. Besides the new class, I guess. But I mean, it was nice. Like for me, it just felt like a bigger life letter. You know, like I don't know.
With a bit of cosplay.
Yeah, like it was nice that we have the full trailer now, and it wasn't really like that. Wow, you know, like because it's just a lot of things we just expected have been confirmed, and then we got a release date, right? That's how I feel
Well,
about it.
all of us here are crafters / raiders, right? Prioritizing raiding more than anything, and nothing
Yeah.
really was shown for us. I think that's why it wasn't as appealing.
I mean, like, talking about, obviously, what's still to come as well, we can also talk about this, is like, obviously, we all know there's still a job action trailer to come.
Yes.
There's still actually to see him go into actually a primal arena, one of the primals, because he does tend to do that at some point, so we've not seen that yet. You know, there's still a couple of things that they're yet to show, do you know what I mean? So there's obviously going to be something else that we're going to see, so it's just a case of, obviously COVID's like kicked everyone and everything in the nuts and everything's been put back, so you've just got to bite your lip and wait. It's just the way it is at the minute. I mean, at first, you all know that at first I was proper salty, like I was smashing like my chairs up and everything in my room because I've got to sit around now and play normal games. But yeah, I can wait.
I already ordered my cryostasis chamber from Wish, so I can skip the 6 months.
Josh, let's get your opinions. Or
Just like your final thoughts.
I might be the only one that I was very happy with the fanfest. It was exactly what I wanted, and
Well, I'm not surprised.
well, that's because I actually I'm really invested in the story. I really do think Shadowbringers is like the best RPG like I've ever played. Not like MMORPG, like RPG. Like the story is phenomenal. 5.3, that was soul crushing. Like calling back like all the stuff from like literally years and years of fucking story. Like it was nuts. Like and the fucking Emmett Selk hand wave when he saves us in the fucking Warrior of Light fight.
Yeah, that was hype, man. That was hype.
Like, and so for me, like, I'm a huge fan of like the story. I like exploring the new zones, and like I always love just running around all these new places. And so like being shown all these new like playgrounds and these places that like we're going to, and they're all places that I've been excited to go to for years.
So why haven't you got
We're
your
finally
A for
going to
currency then?
Favner.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Why haven't
thinking.
you got your
You
A for
like
currency then? You
Flying
absolute
is for
blagger.
bitches. Flying is for bitches. Flying wins the game. You just hold the fucking ground on foot.
Like, I think that flying devalues the zones because there is so much detail in these zones that you would never see if you just fly over it 100 times. Like, I like, you know, going into all these like buildings and the little nooks and crannies and like literally like
Yeah, but
fully just
flight does give you access to some areas you could
some to
explore as
some
well.
areas. Yeah, no, yeah, 100% no. Like, I do get flight in the end because there are some areas like you say that are actually genuinely inaccessible by flying. So like, you know, I do still get flying, but like generally speaking, I just like running around on the floor more. Like, it also helps that like I did it a lot in Shadowbringers because the music was fucking slaps. So like I don't want to get on my mount and ruin the music, right? Like,
I mean, you can just disable mount music, right?
yeah, but the mount music's tight too. So like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, but
Um,
it's still.
I'm not gonna get on a mount that has like shit music, am I? Like, what the fuck? Like, so in terms of the fanfest, yeah, I was pretty happy. Like, they showed off the new zones, showed off some new dungeons. Like, I'm really hyped about the fact that like, you know, I couldn't care any less about the Nier raid. I literally haven't even been in the first part because I just don't care about Nier. And so like I'm so excited to actually be able to do an alliance raid next expansion. Like, finally an alliance raid, like, well, not finally. We've had plenty of alliance raids related to the story, but like I'm happy that like it's not some weird plug-in again, because like Stormblood we had 12. Great.
Yeah,
12's
it's
not
kind
even
of
12's not even a good Final Fantasy, so like just get out my game. And then we get Nier. Cool. That's not even a Final Fantasy. Like, you know, at least now we're going back to stuff, and it's the 12, you know. What the fuck is I create a character and I select a nice pretty color picture. Like, what does that even mean, bro? Like,
But
so
yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
I would have liked job actions, like, of course, but I don't think not seeing them devalued the fanfest at all, because everything they did show I have some sort of interest in. So for me, as a casual player, I'm very happy with what the fanfest was. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's just a celebration of the game. Here's some cool shit that we're excited about. I hope you're excited about it too. That's it.
Yeah, it's like,
So.
as regards to what you said about the job action trailer, it's also like them not popping the load too early, because if they'd shown everything, we would literally have been sat on our hands for 6 months knowing everything, but yet you can't actually touch anything. So, you know, the job action trailer coming a bit later and stuff like that, it also brings people back and gets excited again. It keeps building the hype to the game within the time period that they've got, because it's a long time we've got to wait.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, you know?
I know it's off topic, but actually, yeah, you're really right. The alliance raids kind of been underwhelming, like for me as well. Like, Heaven's Spot was really nice with the whole Void Ark shit and Diablos. That was really nice. Wiping City of Mark with Osma, and like a nice callback and good fights. And then we got 12, like, yeah, FF12 boss. I mean, yeah, I guess they're like.
I think they were
difficult,
mechanically cool, but like I
yeah.
just didn't care. Like
yeah, same. I didn't care.
Lore-wise, I just didn't care.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no Final Fantasy relevance in the Nier raid at all, do you know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
just integrated it, and I know there's a lot of content creators. I know Mr. Happy feels the same way as you, Josh. He's like, yeah, it's nice and all that, and ooh, yeah, Nier, but what's that to do with Final Fantasy? You know? So, yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying there.
I mean, like, the thing is, I'm also just I'm on the spectrum of, even if the next raid tier was Final Fantasy fucking like 8 or something, I still would have been pissed, because like I'm not playing Final Fantasy VIII. If I wanted to play Final Fantasy VIII, I would be playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Who
There is so
plays
much
Final
cool
Fantasy
shit.
VIII?
There is so much cool shit in Final Fantasy 14. Show me the cool shit in Final Fantasy 14, please. Like, you have this fantastic world. Just make content about this. Like, I love the callbacks, but I don't think that like all the content needs to be callbacks all the time, because it's like, yeah, I've played this game. Yes, it was a good game. I don't care anymore though. Like,
Okay. So go on, Seb. You do yours. What? Your basic final thoughts of the FanFest?
No, yeah, like I said, it was nice, I guess. I said a lot of things that we already suspected coming true, so it's okay. I like that we get Magus Sisters. I like that the new line switch is actually tied to FF, and yeah, new areas. Yeah, I guess they're new. Yeah, it's okay.
about Andy. I haven't heard from Andy yet. Have we?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Don't think they did anything wrong, really. I think they pleased everyone except the Raiders. So yeah, I mean, I don't have the knowledge you guys have of the history of 14. So
Yeah, but not knowledge-wise. Like, what did you see in the FanFest and go, oh, actually, yeah, that looks good. That looks fun. Is there anything that
no. As I said, like everything, I'm looking forward to everything. I think the zones will be nice. I think Reaper and Sage would be nice to play. And I want to see more of the raid because they just teased it. And Island Expedition, whatever it is. Like we don't know what that is. You know, it could be really good for all we know. So yeah, I mean, I think it was a good FanFest. Like it was my first FanFest. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like it has a bright future.
Okay, Jaden, your thoughts? You're not here?
Did
Okay.
everything no. I expected everything that was there. So like to me it was just like, yeah, we got the new raid, got the new dungeons, Joe trailer, whatever. The thing that I was upset about was they were like, there's gonna be a new PvP mode. We're not gonna tell you anything about it, but it's there. Not even what it's called. Just a new mode.
But it's good. It's good to know that you're at least still thinking about PvP, right? Like that's better than literally nothing, right?
To be, yeah, but for them to say that, they said the same thing about Shadowbringers, and then we got.
I think the Shadowbringers PvP changes were great. I like
the reward structure.
I just
made
I don't know if the fucking reward structure and stuff, but like the actual like in terms of actually playing it, I think if they just brought out fucking 2v2s, the fucking PvP would pop, man. It'd be fucking tight.
So,
or just trios, like even if it's just 3v3.
It's gonna be 4v4s. They said it's gonna be either 4v4s or 8v8s. You don't know, because like I said,
I think PvP is really fun at the moment.
Yeah, so that's truthfully the only thing that I was really upset by, because like I said, everything else was expected. I knew we weren't going to get a job action trailer, so that was meh for me. I knew we weren't going to get any information on the raid tier apart from like what it was called, Pandemonium. So, yeah, that's really it. Actually, we didn't even speak about that.
It's not really. There's nothing to really talk about. Remember, we've just seen.
We don't have too much speculation in it. Yeah, so, yeah, that's really it. Like everything was fine apart from the thing that I wanted to know about was PvP, and we're getting a new mode, so something to look forward to. Like apart from just getting the new raids, so sure.
Okay, and Lance.
Well, for the trailer, I think map exploration will be fun, maybe this time around. But I think I'm mostly interested in the story from what they've shown us.
What
That's all there
about
is.
for you? Because I know you like doing them. The new Beast Tribe, the Bunny Lalas.
Yeah. They're not going to be out for a while, though. I don't think they're not going to give it to us like on release, are they?
I don't know. I'd be
Probably
shocked.
going to be like a 0.3 or something like that. They've always been a sort of chore for me, so I don't really care.
You always
It's
get that
just gonna
mount,
be a
though, bro.
story for
You
me.
always get that mount. That's why you like your green testicle.
The crafting ones are more. The crafting ones are more interesting than the battlecraft ones.
Okay, for me, I'm just basically, I agree with all of you. It wasn't really. I've seen so many fanfests now, and obviously because of COVID, it's had obviously a detrimental effect on like everything that's happening at the moment, especially in the game. So, yeah, it did feel a bit like watered down, but in the times that we're going through at the minute, it was fine for what it was. Yeah, there's obviously going to be more stuff coming out. Obviously, further down the line, it's more interesting to me. But as a fanfest in a whole, yeah, it was fine. It was cool. I enjoyed it. There were some funny things. At least everyone got the male Vieira now, and you know they've confirmed that they're going to do female Hrothgar. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I think I've got one more question to ask you all. Because I want to find out, because I've got a feeling that something like this is going to happen. Is someone going to die? And if so, who? From like the Scions.
I'm going to say it's going to be a major one. I'm going to say it's Stola.
It better fucking not be.
Just in my opinion, like this is the end of this saga, and it's going to have to be the end of the Scions. I don't see them moving forward with the whole Scion arc. And one of the best ways they could do that is if one of the main characters did die. So in my opinion, it will be Ashtola, or maybe Uringer, but no, I'd say it's Ashtola. She's a fan favorite.
Interesting.
It happens a lot in Final Fantasies where the main character not necessarily dies, but you know, maybe she didn't die, but maybe she goes to a different plane. Maybe she goes back to the first, and she can't leave again, or so, you know, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the twins.
I'm in that boat, Josh.
I
'cause
think it's going to be one of the
with you from
twins
very
or both
beginning.
of them.
Yeah,
I
they were with you
really
from the
think
start.
twins. They have been on with you. They literally are on that shitty little carriage or boat or whatever when you create your
But
character.
that changes when you.
I think it's out to say I don't think they're gonna kill her for now. Like one of
I
them.
think they're going to kill
I
Elf
think-
now.
I think they're going to kill Alphonor, yeah.
Let's be
I
honest,
mean,
he is
Alpha's
annoying.
fucking wild.
They are building.
I
them up
think they're going to
quite a
kill
lot
both.
now,
I think they're going to kill both person.
And it'll be the father's fault.
I mean, it's not gonna be Urianger, right? Like we can probably exclude that. He's too useful to drive the plot forward with blah blah blah. Look at this blah blah blah. So,
Orianger's
I don't think it's
a straight up G.
Urianger.
What are you on about? Orianger is a straight up G. He's my guy.
Yeah, he's safe. I think. What about Estinian?
Oh,
I don't think it's Indian.
Like I can see him die in an heroic sacrifice, you know.
I don't think he'll die because you have to remember that he's basically got the power of Nidhogg.
Yeah, but
I don't think he'll die that easily.
and we are fighting against the power of Zodiac, so like you know, like
Maybe
and
Thancred?
Xenos.
I was.
Yeah,
Thancred.
Yeah,
Thancred
that's
would go.
my
The
guess.
guy's already missing a soul.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like a low life expectancy anyway because of the whole Aether shit? Thancred? Or am I wrong?
Well, it was stated at one point that his ether was messed up. Then it wasn't mentioned again. So I have no
Oh, it
clue.
was because like I mean, he literally can't do his own ammo because like he can't do the Aether manipulation, right? So
Imagine
it's gonna be
firing
tricky.
blanks.
You know what? I'm thinking, could it be Master Matoya that dies?
I don't think she's.
Would you
I don't,
I don't think she's involved.
yeah, I don't think she's relevant
think-
enough as well.
No, because Think that we're going to
Master
try later.
Matoya with dying would be such a cop out. That'd be so trash. That'd be such a cop out.
Well, no,
It
because
has to be a
she,
Scion. It has to be.
Yeah.
well, she's technically a part of it because every time something bad happens with magic, we're like, "Yo, old woman, we need some
but-
assistance here."
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's just
someone
some
we
old woman.
actually like do shit
Who
with.
cares
not
about?
the-
I don't care about
Yeah.
Master Matoya. She
That's
lives
why
in a
they can get rid
fucking
of her.
caves
Because-
licking frogs.
Yeah, she's just stuck in the
Who gives a
cave.
shit?
Bring
Yeah,
her
but
out. Take her
it's
to
not.
Charlie.
It's not
kill her
got the
there.
gravity, Jay. It's not got the gravity of Lost. Like it's gonna have to hit the player, and you've got the
Okay,
best
what about this?
relationship with the Scions.
Okay. How about Alphonse dies and it triggers a reason for Estinian to go after Xenos?
Don't know.
No, because look how close they are.
I have no idea.
And I feel
All
like
know
he
is,
would go into a
It's
rage.
midnight and I'm tired, boys, and we've gone way off track. So I'm fucking saluting and leaving. Goodbye, brothers.
Later,
Ciao.
Okay, Josh.
No, like I said, I think it could be Alphonse. Triggers basically Estinian to go into a rage. He just unleashes Nidhogg power and goes after Xenos. And then he gets his ass whooped. And then we've got to show up and save him.
The thing is, yeah, I agree with you, like in some retrospects, but like I think someone's gonna go. I really do think someone's gonna go. Because they've actually stated that like someone's coming with us wherever we're going, and it depends on how we react in the story to who comes with us. I think that's what they said, yeah.
I don't think they would give us that much choice because
No,
everybody
like
can
they'll,
choose.
they'll look at like people, the way people have reacted to this, like obviously the first story, and like I think they're going to choose the direction from there of like who actually comes with you, because I don't think everybody's coming with you wherever we go.
Easy, just kill Gratia. It's fine.
Oh, bro, I'd be happy with that. I'd be so happy with that.
Like he shows up for one expansion and then you just get rid of him again.
Everyone thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Man,
bro.
just get. Yeah, like it could happen. But it's real. Out of the all of the characters that we have, who would really be that upset that Grahatia died?
A lot of people.
No, out of the group, like the circle, like Scions. Like we have more history with him than all of the Scions.
Yeah, just us, honestly.
Because if you remember, they weren't there when we did the Crystal Tower.
Yeah, it
But
was
then
just
you-
us and Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah, or you could basically say Urianje, but then did he know that it was Grahatia when he showed up at the first? So, because he was there for.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see, aren't we? We'll just have to wait and see. See
Yeah,
what
so
they
I'm
do.
gonna say, yes, I'm gonna say it's either gonna be Alpha Node or Grahatia. That's my opinion of it.
Well, okay. Anyway, that's obviously the end of our opinions, our thoughts on the live letter. Don't forget to give us a follow, a subscribe, like the video if you can do. I'd like to say
Comment.
Go on, Jay. Sorry.
Comment, subscribe, like, share. All that.
Yeah, I'd like to thank obviously Seb. Thanks for coming, bro. Thanks for your input.
Of course.
And little potato man in the corner, Andrew. Thanks for your input.
Anytime.
Anytime. Okay, so that's it from me, from Lance,
Bye.
and from Jaden.
Later.
Bye.